In this video, I'm going to go deep into the understanding of what patience is and why you're being called to be patient, and what that even means, and why it's so frustrating to hear that all the time. And we all grow up learning what things are. For example, our version of forgiveness is very, very different to what forgiveness actually is. Whenever we were children and we would fall out with someone, we'd be told to forgive each other and get on playing with each other again. So our view of forgiveness was, even though I'm annoyed at the other person, I have to push that down, not be worried about it, have no boundaries, and get back to the way things were. That is not what forgiveness is. Patience is very similar. If you're getting signs, especially from the universe, to be patient, the same as forgiveness, what we do is we go to our version of patience. And that's where most of your frustration comes from. It's the misinterpretation of what patience actually means. Our version of patience that we've learned is that patience is a kind of a, all right, just wait for it. Just wait. And especially if it's something you really want. On one hand, you're hearing that you should be excited and go towards your joy. On the other hand, you're like, no, just wait. Of course, it's understandably frustrating, but there's actually a lot of strength and power to cultivating the practice of patience. If you're being called to do anything, especially from messages and signs from the universe, the goal isn't the actual thing. It's what the thing represents. As crazy as it sounds, the goal isn't actually patience. It's what the patience represents and brings with it. Kind of like the background stuff. So for example, if you're getting signs to pick a career, what's actually being told in that moment isn't forcefully bulldoze how you feel and pick a career. The message from the universe in that moment is, look at the parts of yourself that find it scary to pick a career. Explore and become more self-aware about yourself of why you're finding it hard to pick a career. Because that's what makes you grow, that understanding, that awareness about yourself. So let's do the same thing with patience. Now, if I'm not being patient, there's a reason for that. Every single decision a human being makes or doesn't make is because of how it's going to make them feel. So everything you want to do or don't want to do anymore is because of how it's going to make you feel. And if we are wanting something, a goal that we're working towards, the relationship, whatever that thing is, if we want it right now, it's because of how it's going to make us feel. If I reach that goal, I'm going to feel like this. And you might look at that and go, well, yeah, that's obvious and that's okay that I want to feel good. That is completely okay too. But if you are being called to be patient, the underlining message of that is, have a look at how you are feeling currently right now. What is it that you're feeling like right now, which is causing you to want to completely change that instantly? When we're in the place where we hate the way we feel, which is completely okay and normal, by the way, and we need it to change, it's that need. I need it to change. It's not I need to be there. It's I need to stop this from being the way it is. In the moments you might be experiencing joy, like for me, I play football and that brings me a lot of joy. When I'm playing football and I am in that joy, I'm in the game and I'm very, very happy. I'm very excited. In that moment, I don't need to achieve my other goals because of the way that I'm feeling. I'm feeling joy. And if you were constantly in joy or constantly feeling love or constantly in your bliss, you wouldn't need that goal to arrive because of the current way that you're feeling right now is fine. It's how you want to feel. So the call to be patient isn't necessarily like a just wait, which is fucking frustrating. It's more about understanding why. And I mean the deep-rooted reasons, not because I don't have the thing that I want, but I mean the exploration to the deep-rooted reasons of why I feel the way that I do right now. Exploring and understanding these parts of yourself and meeting their unmet needs, getting to a place where you can be content with the present moment. And this isn't like, oh, I'm just going to do one session of healing and that's it. This requires exploration, like serious exploration, multiple sessions of going deep within yourself to understand yourself. Which leads me to my next point, growth. Patience and growth are very, very in alignment with each other. Growth is necessary and desirable for every single human being. We are here to grow, to expand, to learn, and you cannot grow without failing. The way that this reality works is you don't get what you want, you get what you are. And you can know something here and know it here, and it's completely different. For example, I can know I'm good enough. I can logically know that I'm good enough. I've worked it out logically, and I know that I'm good enough for the goal that I want, the business that I want. I want it to be as big as I want it to be, but I know I'm good enough. But I don't know it here. I don't actually feel it. And you can be like, no, but I do feel it. Like, no, you You don't. It's not about the conscious parts of me that feel it. It's about exploring the unconscious part of me, which I have no idea exist because they are not in my awareness. You don't know what you don't know. Through the exploration, bringing those parts of myself to the light of my consciousness, meeting their unmet needs, which will change my internal world. And the more I do that, the closer I get to knowing it here, feeling it, actually feeling like I am good enough for XYZ. And on that journey, you will do things, you will create things, you will learn, you will fail. And through those failures and learning, you grow. The more you grow, the more deserving you feel. That's the whole point of it, is to grow. The reason we want the goal to just be here now is because it will make us feel a certain way. But I promise you, if that goal was just to arrive and be here now like that, it wouldn't fulfill you. It will not fulfill you. It will make you feel good in the moment, but those parts of you that are still feeling the way they do are still going to be there. They don't disappear. When you're on the journey and you grow and you get to that place of, no, I really truly do deserve this. And I don't mean working to the degree where you're breaking yourself and killing yourself. It's not what this is about. This is about growth. Growth doesn't mean that it has to be so hard where it's a detriment to you. You can grow in an extremely healthy way, but it's still a growth. Patience is about understanding how you're feeling in the current moment is undesirable for a reason. So it's about exploring that reason. You cannot change without changing. And if you want your reality to change, if you want your situation to change, it requires you to change. And I know you're already on the path of changing. It doesn't mean that you're not there. It doesn't mean that you're not doing it. This is why you hear all the time, you know, be grateful for what you have, do gratitude journals. And I know that can sound so frustrating as well, and it is. I get it. Trust me, I have been there. But it's about understanding the now. What is it that I'm feeling right now that is needing me to change that instantly? And look, your answers are extremely valid. It doesn't mean that you should be all right with your current situation. That's not this message. No one should be all right with being in pain. No one should be all right in being in abusive relationships. But you are the one that can change that reality. No one else can change that reality for you. And if change is instant, then it's not going to fulfill you. You're here to grow. You're here to learn and to grow, expand. The entire reason that the universe is expanding is because of your growth. Everyone. Our experiences are helping us expand as the universe. And if you find yourself in situations where things are just continuously repeating over and over again, then it's time the way you need to make that change. And you cannot change without changing. Nothing is going to change without change. You have to change. Change your behaviors, change the environment you put yourself in, change your habits. And the way you make these changes is by understanding yourself, understanding the resistance to change that you have, raising your self-awareness, going towards the parts of yourself that you feel like they're against you. There are no parts of you that are against you. At the core of each behavior that you have that may seem like self-sabotage, the reason that that behavior is there is because that part of you is trying to keep you safe, doing it in a very unhealthy way, sure, but still trying to keep you safe. Patience doesn't mean wait for it. Patience means to understand the now to the point of why I don't enjoy the now and work on that, because your focus is in the future. The future doesn't exist. The future is a thought, and you're trying to wait to eventually be in the scenario of this thought to then be happy. Even in that point, it's still the now. You're trying to create a new now in order to be happy when you're already in the now. Your focus is in the wrong place. Understand the parts of yourself that are not enjoying the now. And it's okay if you don't enjoy the now. This isn't like you're failing, you're doing wrong. This is part of your growth, part of your understanding. Explore the parts of yourself that are hating the now, that need the now to change. That is how you get to a place of enjoying the now. Before I go, I do want to show my gratitude for everyone that is supporting me on this journey. You guys watching these videos is a huge help to me. If you find value in these videos, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps me, and it allows me to be able to give more content like this, more value to you guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Oh, that's hot. That was really hot. That was so much hotter than I thought it was.